everyone, and welcome to the 31st Youth Awards Dinner. Please stand and help me recognize the colors.
Forward, march! Right face! Reset, arms.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance to our flag. I pledge allegiance
Order, arms. Detail, retire.
Thank you. Please be seated. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce Bob Gentili, who is a former board member and the executive director of Camp Wilbur Hurlick, who will provide our invocation this evening. Bob?
Thank you, Joe. I'm truly honored to have been asked to do the invocation this year. And as Joe mentioned, I've been involved with the Putnam Youth Board for many years, giving out the awards that you'll be seeing done this evening. And I'm happy to be able to experience it one more time and look forward to many more years of doing this. So let us pray. Lord, we have gathered here to celebrate and recognize these young leaders in our community. And we thank you for providing them everything they need to be positive, contributing members of our world and truly making a difference in our lives. I'm reminded of a Gandhi quote, "A good way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others." At this time, Lord, let us not forget that when we have plenty of food like there is before us this evening, help us to remember the hungry. When we have work, help us to remember the jobless. When we have a home, help us to remember those who have no home. When we are without pain, help us to remember those who suffer. Lord, thank you for laughter and others to laugh with, for service and others to serve with. Help us lift up, recognize, and celebrate these special folks today as they have earned this recognition. You have helped us to teach them well, and now they are making positive choices and are truly a gift to the world. And now, Lord, bless this food that we are about to receive with grateful hearts as a sign of your continuous bounty and providence. And may your generous blessing descend also upon these young adults, their families and friends present here at this joyful banquet. Amen.
Thank you, Bob. My name is Joe DiMarzo, and with Janine Cunningham, who is the Executive Director of Youth Bureau, we will be your co-host this evening. This is the 31st Youth Awards Dinner. This is my 21st. In recognizing our award winners and their accomplishments in our community. just seems to get better and better every year. I'm excited to be here, as I'm sure the families and supporters of our winners are. We're happy to be here at Putnam Golf Course. What a great venue to recognize our young people. The course has gone under some renovations and it's a beautiful destination for us. And before I read about the accomplishments of our candidates, there were 80 kids were nominated for these awards. I remember a quote I had read many years ago when I was in college, and it said, "Ability is what you are capable of doing. Motivation determines what you do, and attitude determines how well you do it." And based on what I've read and what we will hear this evening, job well done by our young people. Thank you. By the way, this is designed to be a fun evening, relaxed evening, so please feel free to continue to clap for me and have a lot of fun. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce our dignitaries who have signed up, and if they're not here, they're on their way. They are huge supporters of programming in our community of the Youth Bureau, and it's with my pleasure that I introduce them. This evening, representing Congressman Sean Patrick Maloney is Nancy Montgomery. Representing Senator Sue Serino is Jackie Anabi. Senator Terrence Murphy will be here shortly. Assemblyman Steve Katz is represented this evening by Kevin Byrne. Our county executive, Mary Ellen Odell, is here today. Mary Ellen,
Representing herself, thank you.
Also here this evening is our Sheriff, Don Smith. Don, I saw you. Thank you. Please feel free to clap for them as well. Because if you don't, I'll be clapping solo for both of you. Solo, you can't hear it. Also, thank you so much. Also with us this evening will be Under Sheriff Peter Conbury. Our district attorney is here, Robert Tendy. Bob, where are you? Thank you. Our legislature, the chairman of the legislature, Ginny Nassarino. Our other legislator, Barbara Scucciamaro. Scheduled to be here as well as Legislator Joe Castellano. As well as here, I saw Legislator Tony Andonisio. Tony, thank you for coming. Our County Court Judge, James Reitz. Town of Carmel Judge and Board Member Tom Giacovellis. Tom. Our Councilwoman, Susie McDonough. Susie, I saw you earlier somewhere. Thank you. Our Commissioner of Finance, the gentleman who controls all of your purse strings, Commissioner Bill Carlin. Superintendent of Mahopac Central School District, Dennis Frieden. We saw the principal of Haldane here to support us once again, Brian Allen. Brian. From the Carmel School District, Assistant Principal Lauren Santa Barbara. Lauren. Assistant Principal from Brewster is Danielle Sullivan. And finally, I'd like to introduce a former principal from Carmel who went over to Goshen High School but was very vested in the community and came back today to support the program and the kids, is Rob McKiernan. Rob, where are you? At this time, I'll pass the mic over to Janine Cunningham, my co-host.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to the 31st Annual Youth Awards Dinner. Tonight, we recognize 17 youth for their outstanding community service in Putnam County. And we also honor 3 adults for their devoted countless hours as well. These volunteers have demonstrated what volunteering is and how they have helped to make their community a better place to live. Without these volunteers, programs in our community would not be so successful. At this time, I'd like to ask the 17 youth winners and the 3 adult winners to please stand and be recognized. I just want to thank you for your dedication, your countless hours that you devote to the many different organizations in Putnam County. Now I'd like to thank and invite the parents and guardians of the winners to please stand and be recognized as well. I'd like to now recognize our Youth Board and Youth Bureau members to please stand and be recognized, please. Thank you to the Youth Board members and Youth Bureau. Our Youth Board members, we appreciate everything they do. They volunteer their time at monthly meetings. They're so passionate about the future of our youth, and our Youth Bureau staff, they provide great programs for the youth and our families in Putnam County. So we're truly honored to have, such great programs that, in the support of our county executive's office and our county legislators. So thank you to them as well. And I just want to say congratulations to all the award winners, and enjoy the evening. And I'll turn it back over to Joe.
Thank you. At this time, and we try and keep the evening moving quickly, it's my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker. And I want to read you his bio. Please be patient with me. It's a shortened version, but this is a young man who has accomplished much, similar to what I believe the future is for our young award winners. This evening, our keynote speaker is Chris Wilkins. Chris is a local young man. He graduated from Brewster High School in 1998. He graduated from Ithaca College in 2002. While at Ithaca, Chris attended Officers Candidate School for the United States Marine Corps. Upon graduation from Ithaca, Chris was commissioned as a second lieutenant and reported to active duty in 2002. After completing several phases of training, he was assigned to the 1st Battalion, 8th Marine Regiment in Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. He was then deployed to Haditha, Iraq, in June of 2004. In November, he was relocated to Fallujah in Iraq in support of Operation Phantom Fury. In January of 2005, along with many other service members, he supported the first free election in Iraq in over 30 years. In 2005, Chris was deployed to New Orleans in Louisiana in support of the humanitarian operation in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina. In 2006, he was deployed with his Marine unit and was stationed abroad on the USS Whidbey Island. He participated in the evacuation of over 1,500 American refugees caught in the conflict between Hezbollah and the Israel Defense Forces. He then trained with the Allied nations of Jordan and Pakistan. In 2007 to 2009, he completed his final duty with the Marine Corps and with New York Recruiting Command covering 5 boroughs of New York City and Long Island. After leaving the Marine Corps, Chris worked briefly at Morgan Stanley and was hired by Merrill Lynch in 2011 and continues to work there today. Although he is no longer serving in the Marine Corps, Chris is very active with numerous veteran services organizations, including Hope for the Warriors, the American Legion, Marine Corps Scholarship Fund, and Veterans on Wall Street. Please help me welcome Chris Wilkins.
Good evening. Good evening. Thank you, Joe, for that very kind introduction and for offering me the opportunity to speak at an event that's highlighting the accomplishments of so many talented and caring young people. And I agreed to speak here tonight because I wanted to articulate why I'm so proud of the young adults being honored this evening. And I've looked at the work that the awardees do, and it's truly inspiring. In fact, just a few minutes ago, my father, Joe, and I were talking, and you look at what they've accomplished, then we all just said, when do these kids have time to sleep? Because they're so busy volunteering and doing what they do. For those of you not aware, the group of young adults that volunteer their time, they benefit cancer research, they build homes for Habitat for Humanity, they aid lower-income families, they tutor their fellow students in our schools, they help wounded veterans, victims of natural disasters, the terminally ill, and special needs children. There are many people that donate money to great organizations, and that's important, it's necessary, and it's very much appreciated, but the type of person that volunteers their time is truly someone special, because time is the one thing you can never get back. As a former Marine, I'm clearly someone that's proud to be an American, and I believe in American exceptionalism. And it's this desire to help out others without the incentive for a reward, whether it's financial or otherwise, that I do believe makes America and Americans exceptional. During my time in the Marine Corps, they were kind enough to send me to some exotic places on all expense paid visits to Iraq, Pakistan, Jordan, Lebanon, and Tunisia, and other fun places. But after visiting places like that, not only did I come to appreciate what we have here in the U.S. from material possessions and the opportunities we have, but also the American spirit that's very common amongst Americans. Throughout human history, there's been dictators, kings, generals, terrorist organizations that use their wealth and influence for usually self-serving reasons. And that often leads to the suffering of many so that a select few can prosper. And that situation is sadly in existence in many parts of the world today. Very often you have the American military, first responders, they're sent to nations torn apart by war, disease, or natural disasters, sometimes all three. America, we send our doctors to volunteer to combat the Ebola virus in Africa. Our nation will send an aircraft carrier with a nuclear power plant on board to give hospitals electricity in Indonesia after a tsunami hits their impoverished nation. Another tsunami struck Japan and killed thousands, and the U.S. was there within 24 hours, bringing much-needed medical supplies. We have high school and college students spend their spring breaks building homes for those that are less fortunate with Habitat for Humanity. Americans don't do this for money, land, strategic, or political capital, but because we as Americans know that we have an obligation to make the world a better place and help those who are less fortunate than us. When the city of New Orleans was recovering from the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina, there was no other nation involved helping us. When tornadoes devastated the Midwest last year, no other nation assisted those recovery efforts. The desire to help others is a uniquely American sentiment, and the young people that are being honored here tonight are the embodiment of that ideal. As I was able to speak with some of the young adults this evening, I was truly humbled by how much they've accomplished at such a young age. And for these young people, I foresee great success in all of your careers. as you continue to go through life and you figure out where your career is going to take you, I have the utmost confidence that you're all going to do well, and here's why. When an employer is looking for someone, they're not looking for someone of a specific school or a specific grade point average. I mean, they need to be good, but not a specific one. They want to hire someone based on their character. And when someone who volunteers the most valuable thing they have, which is their time, it speaks volumes of that person's character and the selflessness that comes with them. So if I could leave just some parting words for the awardees tonight, me and several other veterans in the room, we've probably lost count of how many friends of ours gave their life for this nation. And as I've met with their families and they grieve and they cope with the loss that they've gone through, they all want to know, was that sacrifice worth it? And I can tell you from the bottom of my heart that it was, because preserving the American spirit and the generosity that is America, that's the heart of our diverse nation, and it's a cause greater than any one person. And to see such a selfless group of young adults tonight just volunteer so much of their time and give so much back to their community, I feel confident that that this nation is going to be in good hands in the future. So I'm honored to be here and speak to all you youth awardees tonight. And thank you to Janine Cunningham and the Putnam County Youth Bureau and all that you do. We've got some great kids here tonight, so thank you.
Thank you, Chris. At this time, one of the more exciting things are going to take place. I'm hoping the food is ready because I think we're ready to eat. We're on schedule. The food is in the other room. It's self-service. There's 2 sides to the buffet. Please enjoy yourself. We'll be back shortly.
Joey, can you tell a quick joke?
You want to tell a quick joke? Okay.
They need 1 more minute.
All right. So this horse walks in the bar. Bartender says, "Hey, why the long face? Can anyone else help me out here? Why don't we sit and enjoy ourselves, and I'll let you know when the food is ready." Thank you. I'd like to introduce one of our youth members who is on the youth board, Erin Renzi, who will read a proclamation. Erin?
Congratulations to each of you on being selected as a recipient of this year's Putnam County Youth. It is wonderfully heartening to know that at your young age you have already made a difference in each other's lives. May you continue to do so throughout your life. Volunteering, as you already know, can be one of life's most enjoyable experiences. Giving of your time and self without monetary reward is surely going above and beyond. And yet, there is nothing quite as gratifying as working for a cause, whether it be your own or that of an organization, where you participate in the problem solving and then see a project through to the finish. In doing so, you have accomplished something of value for yourself as well as for others. Remember, as Aesop wrote hundreds of years ago, no act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. Centuries later, the American poet, writer, and philosopher Henry David Thoreau said, "One is not known and born into the world to do everything but to do something." And more recently, well-known television journalist and news broadcaster Tom Brokaw said, "It's easy to make a buck, but it's a lot tougher to make a difference." But making a difference is exactly what you have done, and we are thrilled to be honored.
At this time, I'd like to welcome up Senator Terrence Murphy and County Executive Mary Ellen Odell to say a few words.
Ladies first, thank you, Senator. It's my privilege and honor to be the county executive in a county that it really expands volunteerism into a whole nother level. And before I speak more about that, I do want to say to our keynote speaker, Chris, Thank you so very much for your service to your county, but certainly to your service to your nation. And I was a little surprised, and I'm going to pull a little executive privilege here. I was a little surprised that this gentleman did not get a standing ovation. And Carl Rody, who served in Vietnam, along with Pat and all of our veterans, I think you should lead us in a standing ovation for Chris and for all the men and women who serve our nation. Thank you. We call that Putnam Proud around here. As the county executive, with support from my colleagues on the legislature, Ginny Nasarino, our chairwoman, and Tony Adonisio, who's here, we kept the Youth Bureau funded in Putnam County. Not every county in New York State, and it's important for everyone to know this, not every county in New York State, of the 62 counties, funds the Youth Bureau. But we do in Putnam County. And we were ahead of the fear of the cuts when we realized that the funding wasn't going to be there by arbitrary, capricious decisions, you know, matching fiscal responsibilities and social responsibilities. So the administration, in collaboration with the legislature, decided to consolidate. And we like that word, actually, in government, consolidate. So we put the Youth Bureau into the Department of Social Services, which not only protected the Youth Bureau, but it kept its funding and allowed it to continue to deliver the services that all of you, I'm sure, agree are so incredibly, incredibly important. If not now, for the future. In order to keep this program going, we realized that we have to balance and be very, very responsible. And we did that. And I'd like to thank my colleagues on the legislature, Chairwoman Nasarino and Legislator Adonisio. But of course, it doesn't end there. We can do what we do here in the home ground, but it all happens up in Albany. And we have a great senator, Senator Terrence Murphy, who will make sure that the good work that's done here by the awardees and your parents will continue as long as we have the great leadership that we have in Albany with people like Senator Terrence Murphy. So ladies and gentlemen, our Senator, Senator Terrence Murphy.
It is an honor and a privilege to be here tonight. And before I start, I'd just like to thank the county executive, Joe, board members, county legislators. Thank you for keeping us going. To our honorees, congratulations. To the parents, because sometimes they're forgotten, because they're the taxi that gets you everywhere. Keep that in mind. You are the true leaders of the future for us to look up to. So, what you are being awarded here tonight is very distinguished. It is an honor. I had a lovely chit-chat over here to a lovely lady who is aspiring to bigger things, like the other honorees here. Remember, the world is yours. Shoot for the stars. Think big, because you can do it. You're here. Not everyone's here. Not everyone's here. The honorees here tonight, think big. Shoot for the stars. Don't ever let anybody tell you you can't do it, because your support structure is sitting at your table, meaning your mother and father. They're there for you. They're the nucleus in your life. They will always be there. When it goes a little, I don't know if I can do this, go talk to your mom and dad. They'll give you the encouragement. It's okay. Once in a while, you might not think you can do it, but you know what? When you have your mom and dad there, your mom and dad put in the time and effort that you put in the time and effort to, you know what? You're gonna rock and roll. You're gonna be great leaders for our country, because we need them. Trust me, we need them at a time right now. And you know what? I'm looking around and I see some of the honorees here tonight. I am privileged to be here to say a few quick words. And I would just like to say, if you ever need anything, don't hesitate to call my office. I am here for you. Your parents are here for you. This community is here for you. This county is here for you. And God bless you. I wish you the best and good luck in the future.
Thank you very much. At this time, I'd like to invite our sheriff up to say a few words. Sheriff Don Smith. Don, please.
In the interest of time, I'm going to start by saying ditto to everything that our county executive, Mary Ellen Odell, said, and our great Senator Murphy. There's one thing, though, that I can't say ditto to. I have to say it on my own, and that is I have to thank our keynote speaker tonight, Chris Wilkins. Not only a great message, but for his service. So Chris, as a fellow veteran, thank you so much, and let's give Chris another round of applause. To Janine, and to Joe, and to everyone in the Youth Bureau, those that are paid part of the team and those that are volunteers, I want to thank you for everything that you do, because you really make a difference. And tonight, it's very illustrative that you make a difference. To the parents, it's biblical that you're here tonight. You reap what you sow, and you have sown very, very well. And so, to all our honorees tonight, I think you're blessed to have great parents, you're blessed to have great role models, and to whom much is given, much is expected. So tonight, we're going to honor you as most valuable players, not as Lifetime Achievement Award winners. So we're going to give you the weekend off, or some of you are only going to get part of the weekend off because you're going to be back at it over the weekend. And then it's right back to it, as our county executive and as our state senator has said, the country needs you. We need leaders. And I believe the country is in very good hands. And so I congratulate you. We have, from the Sheriff's Office, we have certificates honoring your service. And please continue to go out and reach for those stars and make sure that you continue to take the heritage of this great country and hold the torch of freedom high. Because not only America, but the entire free world is depending on you. We're proud of you. We honor you tonight. We congratulate you. And may God continue to bless you, your families, and may God continue to bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Thank you, Sheriff Smith. Just two more quick speakers that I'd like to address our winners and their families. It's really my honor now to introduce our new district attorney, Robert Kenyon. Bob?
Good evening, everyone. I was a high school teacher, college professor, and those years were the best years of my life because I met so many fine young people, like the people that are here tonight. They keep you young, kept me young. They gave me great ideas, really good ideas. Be true to yourself. I'm going to say it again. Be true to yourself. You have wonderful ideas, follow them. Think about them. You all have talent. Use it. Use it to help people. Use it to help yourselves. Use it to have fun. You're just beginning to realize how beautiful the world is. Help keep it that way. Thanks a lot.
last but not least, we're struggling this evening with my diction. County Court Judge James Reeds.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a privilege for me to be here. I've been here every year for many years, and I'm always amazed at the students and what they accomplished throughout the years, and I wish them well. I think everybody said exactly what I wanted to say as well, and just that it's a privilege, it's an honor. You guys are amazing, and I know it's been said before, but to the parents, to the siblings, the sisters, the brothers, the aunts, the uncles, the grandparents, it's what you make it, you really do. And I congratulate you for this honor on their behalf, and to work with you, it's been a privilege. And there have been some great memories made throughout the years. And it's been wonderful working with all the young people and their families. So I wish you well. This is just the beginning. Congratulations, keep it going. We expect so much more. Thank you.
Okay, let's get the award ceremony started. I'm going to invite up one of our board members, Bill Wilkins. This evening we have certificates from our congressmen, from our senators, from our county legislature, from our county executive, and from our Carmel supervisor and town board. So let's get started with Bill Wilkins.
Thank you, Joe. This is my first year on the youth board, and thanks to Janine and Joe, it's been very rewarding, and it's a pleasure and an honor to be here. So without any further ado, would Abigail Azadian please come up here? Abigail is a student at Mahopac High School. She is the co-founder and president of STAGE, which is a student and teacher organization for gender equality. She also volunteers at the Ty Lewis Campbell Foundation. She had a triathlon, a childhood cancer bracelet fundraiser. She also is a child care volunteer. She's a counselor in aftercare. And she also initiated a Souls for Souls, collected used shoes to donate to needy families. The reason she volunteers is she said she feels good about giving back. A role model is Taylor Swift, and Mrs. Neerman, who she said is caring, positive, goes above and beyond to help students. She intends on going to Sarah Lawrence College, where she wants to study human rights and social work. Abigail, congratulations.
I would like to say thank you to all my friends and family and to everyone who supported me. Thank you.
Would Willow Barnes please come up here, please? Willow attends Carmel High School. She's been a member of the youth court since 2012. She volunteers at Animals to Sanctuary since 2013 with feeding, exercising the animals, cleaning the stalls, which is no fun, painting barns, and training other volunteers. She enjoys volunteering and meeting new people. Her role model is Selena Gomez, and her future plans, she wants to be an environmental lawyer. Willow Barnes, congratulations.
This award is really important to me because it's recognizing me and doing what I love to do, which motivates me to do it even more. So just thank you so much. Thanks to my parents for always supporting me and everything. And I continue to do what I love.
Would Teresa Carlin please come up? Teresa is a student at Brewster High School. She's been a member of the youth court since 2014. She is also Brewster High School Performing Arts Booster and the St. Lawrence Theater. She is a counselor in training, a crew member, and a property manager. She attained Girl Scout senior level, oversaw activities and planned events, Daisy Dance with Dads, which I attended with my daughter, and they were tremendous, and the Brownie Legacy Badge event, and Rekindle Your Girl Scout Spirit. She likes volunteering because she enjoys helping people and finds it fun. Her role models are her parents and her sister, who also won. For future plans, she wants to help people, possibly being a teacher, or would like to go into catering. Teresa Carlin, congratulations.
I would like to thank my parents who helped me with everything. And I would like to thank my sister for encouraging me through everything.
Would Caitlin DeMoro please come up, please? Caitlin attends Mahopac High School. She's been a youth court member since 2010. She volunteers at the Fulmar Road Elementary, assisting with K, 3rd grade and 5th grades at the Harvest Fair and Spirit Day. She's a member of the Student Athletic Council. She collects food for needy families and the Relay for Life, and also the Senior Citizen Prom. She volunteers at the Town of Carmel Parks and Recs and assisted setting up for the Pumpkin Fest. At Mahopac High School, she volunteers for the Health Fair and the Special Olympics, and also volunteers at the Mahopac Chamber of Commerce, helping with Columbus Day Street Fair. She enjoys volunteering, she meets new people, and she says it doesn't seem like work. Her role model are her parents. She said they work very hard. Her future plans are either physical education or elementary teacher, and she hopes to attend either Manhattan, Hofstra, or Adelphi. Caitlin DeMoro, congratulations.
I would like to thank Barbara Reitz for nominating me. It's been really a pleasure working with you and at Youth Court and working on the cases, and I'm going to miss doing it. It was a lot of fun. Thank you.
Would Marissa DiPaolo please come up, please? Marissa attends Haldane High School. She is a Girl Scout Gold Award winner, which I know is a very distinguished feat. She got it for Shoes for Sharing for the Walter Hoving Home and the George Washington Elementary School. In addition, she also won the Silver Award for the Phillipstown Food Pantry. At Haldane, she does peer mentoring and elementary tutoring. At the Putnam County Youth Forum, she's on the planning committee. She also does Habitat for Humanity, assisting in building homes. And the North Highland Fire Department, she works with the Lady Auxiliary, and that she's been doing for 10 years. She finds volunteering very rewarding. Her role model are her parents and Deirdre Knapp. Her future plans are a career in math or helping people. She wishes to attend either Villanova, national champions, or Bucknell. I give you Marissa DiPaolo.
I just wanted to give a big thanks to my parents for always supporting me and encouraging me, and to Deirdre Knapp for nominating me. Thank you for everything you've done. This award is so meaningful for me. Volunteering and giving back to my community is something I thrive for and I love to do, so thank you.
I will now be handing over to Christine Bernard. If she would come up, please, and she will give the next 5 nominees, the next 5 recipients. Thank you.
efforts include working with Community Cares of Mayapack, which is an agency that helps families that are affected by cancer. Raquel likes to see the results of giving back to this organization. She also volunteers at Drew Nursery School, where she loves helping the kids and enjoys seeing the effects her positive impact has on them. She also runs events and fundraisers through the Mayapack School District and the Camp Combe Leadership Club. She also volunteers her face painting skills because she enjoys putting a smile on the kids' faces. Raquel likes volunteering because she likes seeing the impact she can have on another person and likes making someone else happy. Her role model is her mom because she got her involved in community service and giving back when Raquel was in middle school. Her mom taught her that you can donate back and you can give back to your community. Some of the words used to describe Raquel: she's always on time and prepared, always has a positive attitude and a smile, always takes the time to listen to the children. She's a perfect role model, and she's patient and caring. She hopes to attend Sacred Heart in the fall, where she'll be studying athletic training and then wants to pursue a doctorate in order to be a physical therapist. She said along the way she'll definitely be volunteering through the community service program at Sacred Heart. Congratulations.
I just wanted to give a special thanks to the committee and for this award and this acknowledgement. I also wanted to thank Drew Nursery School for this nomination, and a special thanks go out to my parents, my family, for driving me everywhere and supporting me through everything, and they're really the ones that have helped me get to where I am today. I just wanted to congratulate all the other awardees, and thank you again.
I would like to invite up James Fergarelli. James is also a senior at Mayapack High School. Some of James' volunteer efforts include working with the Girl Scouts, where he volunteers with his mother and his sister and puts in a lot of time and effort. He also volunteers with Relay for Life. He's been on the same team for 6 years, helping to raise money for the American Cancer Society. He's a member of the Putnam County Youth Court, where he participates in court cases and helps to train and mentor new members. James likes volunteering because he likes giving back to the community he lives in. He believes anything and everything helps, and he takes a special interest in helping small businesses succeed. His role model is his mom, who helped get him into community service, and he says without her, this would not be possible. Some words used to describe James: he carries himself with dignity and poise. He has the ultimate can-do attitude. He's a true positive role model. He sets an example of excellence, and he's trustworthy. He's going to SUNY Albany in the fall to study business. Congratulations.
Thank you. I would just like to thank my mom again. Without her, this wouldn't be possible. And thank you, Barbara Reitz, for all the 4 years in youth court. It was so much fun. Thank you for nominating me.
I would like to invite up Matthew Ganis. Matthew is a senior at Mayapack High School. Some of Matt's volunteer efforts include volunteering through the Mayapack Sports Association. He's a basketball coach for a rec league. He's been doing this for 4 years, and he manages a team of middle school boys. He organizes practices, schedules, and games. He also organized his own team to play on. He's been involved with student government for 2 years. He's currently the treasurer. And he also volunteers with the Alzheimer's Association. He volunteers at the Walk to End Alzheimer's and is a general volunteer to the board of directors and office staff. Matt likes volunteering because he says he likes to get out and do things, helping people out and helping kids find an interest in something. His role model is his mom because she's really involved and she provides guidance and takes an interest and she cares. Some words used to describe Matt. He has proven a path to make a change in the world through loyalty, success, and work. He's a positive role model. He has a get-up-and-go attitude. He consistently goes above and beyond what is asked of him, and always with a smile on his face. Matt plans to go to Penn State, where he will be studying engineering. Congratulations.
I would just like to thank my parents for all that they've done for me, and for the Putnam County Youth Bureau for giving me this award.
I would like to invite up Alexandria Garapi. Alex is a senior at Haldane High School and lives in Cold Spring. Some of Alexandria's volunteer efforts include being stage manager for her high school, advisor for the school's yearbook. She's founded the peer mentoring program at her school, coordinated and organized the first annual 5K to benefit autism awareness. She's class president, and actually when I called her to interview her for this award, she was in New Orleans at the time because she had organized and fundraised for a senior class trip where they went to build houses for Habitat for Humanity over their spring break. And she's also the founder and producer of an annual fashion show. Alex likes volunteering because she loves helping people. She says she always knew that she wanted to be a social worker, and she says people won't remember what you said or what you did, but they'll always remember how you made them feel. When I asked her who her role model is, she said, my parents 110%. She comes from a military family, so she moved around a lot. And she said this taught her to be strong or move on. And her dad's been deployed 2 times to Afghanistan. Her other role models include Mother Teresa and Maya Angelou. Some words that were used to describe Alexandria. She's an exceptional young woman. She brings joy and laughter. She holds command while being calm and pleasant. She's a very progressive thinker, and she has an excellent character and attitude. Alexandria plans on attending the California University of Pennsylvania, which is by Pittsburgh, to pursue social work with a minor in stage managing, then wants to go on to get her master's in social work, and then to Duquesne Law for a family law degree, ultimately being a social worker who works with victims of crime and abuse. Congratulations.
Unfortunately, my parents couldn't be here tonight, but I'd still like to thank them. So this is for them. Your constant love and support doesn't seem to have an end. So I want to thank you for being there for me through the frustration, the tears, and the joy. Thank you, Mom, for teaching me to be strong during Dad's deployments and how to demonstrate kindness and love in a changing world. Dad, thank you for teaching me how to be a leader and how to be a better person. I love you both, and thank you for being my constant inspirations.
Our next presenter is Youth Board member Roger Young.
I'm honored to be here tonight. I've been here since the beginning that the Youth Awards began many years ago. And it's always sparks joy in me to see all the amazing things that all these kids are doing. It's really a great night, a great time to see what's happening. I love talking to them and hearing about all their different ideas and all the work that they've done. I also want to congratulate the parents and the grandparents for all the support that you've given your kids. And also to the nominators. Without you nominating these students, we wouldn't be able to go this far with them. So congratulations, everybody. One thing that strikes me is that the kids all seem to have a lot of compassion about their work and a lot of passion about their work. They all find that what they're doing is a good cause, and there are many differences. This year we are honoring people from many different high schools in the community, which was good to see in terms of that diversity. The kids also say, they talk about their accomplishments in a very humble way. They're not like bragging about what they do, but they just see what they do as important to the community, and we really support that. So tonight, I'm going to start out with Jacob Hay, if you could come up. Okay, I want to tell you a little bit about Jacob. He's from Brewster. He's in 12th grade. Another thing, before I finish with this, that struck me, all my honorees were in 12th grade. They're all 17 years old. Some of them want to have businesses of their own when they graduate from high school. When I was 17, I don't remember thinking about that. They're pretty advanced. So Jacob, he's a senior in Brewster High School, and he's very, very supportive of the military and the veterans. He's been involved with organizations called New York Riders, Semper Fi Club, which I looked it up. It said it's always faithful, always loyal. He worked on vets' houses and the Minutemen. And some of the things he's done involve greeting the vets, watching the Veterans Park, fundraisers for Toys for Tots. He's been involved in other fundraisers. He's been on flag lines. He's been involved with injured veterans, food drives, cleanups, and he's also helped a neighbor who is an elderly woman who he's done snow blowing, shoveling, repairs, plumbing, and removing tree branches. I just want to read a little bit of what this neighbor said. She said, "I am a senior citizen, 86 years old, and without Jacob's help, I doubt I would be able to maintain my residence all these years." That's very nice. People say about you, always at the forefront of events, always encourages others to participate. He has much respect for his elders. He leads by example, does a tremendous job, always willing to help, attends all events. He's a kind soul, and he has excellent and abundant quality of work. I asked him why he liked volunteering, and he said he enjoys helping people, and it's very meaningful when he sees a positive reaction to people who he's honoring, like the veterans. His role model is his grandfather, who I believe is here tonight, right? Okay. Jacob has felt much encouragement from his grandfather throughout the years since he was very young, and his grandfather helped him to go into volunteering. Right now, Jacob is one of the people that are interested in having a business of his own, so he's looking at doing that in the future. So that's on his bucket list very soon after he graduates from high school, to be looking into how he's going to accomplish that. So, Jacob, do you want to say a few words? Congratulations.
I'd just like to thank everybody who came, and my friends and family, and my family for getting me involved at a young age, and helping me do the right things throughout life, and make nice, good decisions for other people, and for other people to realize what's right and wrong throughout life. It just helps them out.
The next person I'd like to call up is Marina Martin. Congratulations. Marina is from Garrison. She's in 12th grade. She attends the Haldane High School, and I'll call her a young environmentalist. She's very active in that area. She's been involved as the student liaison to the Board of Directors for the Little Stony Point Citizens Association, coordinates volunteers. She's been the secretary of the Board of Directors of the Passive House Alliance, which educates and communicates about sustainable architecture. She's been involved with the Land Trust. She's been doing winter carnivals, park cleanup, river cleanup. So basically, these 3 different organizations she's involved in: Little Stony Point Citizens Association, the Passive House Alliance, Hudson Valley Chapter, and the Hudson Highland Land Trust. Now, some of the things that were said about her were that she provides positive activism. She has a positive attitude and spirit of the community. She's very effective and helps meet the missions of the board. She has integrity and conscientiousness. She's kind, courteous, and a positive role model to peers. It's a pleasure to work with her. She has great awareness of natural resources and has a tireless commitment and excellent recruiting of young members. Now, why does she like volunteering? She likes volunteering because she always enjoyed going to the parks with her friends and family, and she wants to get others involved in maintaining and preserving the parks. Her role model is J.K. Rowling, the Harry Potter author who was rejected 12 times as a children's author and finally became very popular. You admire her resilience, right? That's right, okay. And college, okay. Now this is interesting. So far, she has been accepted to 6 colleges, but she's still waiting to hear from 5 more. So she's interested in Macaulay, McGill, the University of Virginia, and still waiting on some others. In the future, she hopes to go into the environmental field and do some work with urban planning and possibly also with postgraduate law. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, so congratulations. I'm going to let you say a few words.
Well, I'm really honored and humbled to be here with this incredible group. You're all really, really impressive. And I'd like to extend a huge thank you to the Putnam County Youth Bureau for having this award and this system that promotes and encourages volunteerism in the community. So that's really great. Again, huge thank you to friends and family, Mr. Alm from Haldane High School for the nomination, and Passive House International, specifically the Hudson Valley Chapter, and Little Stony Point Citizens Association for giving me the opportunity to volunteer. Thank you very much.
Okay, next I'd like to call up Matthew Poza. Congratulations. Matt is a Brewster High School student. He's in his 12th year. And he's been very involved as a Boy Scout and also as an Eagle Scout, which is the highest top award you can get in Boy Scouts. And he's been involved in, they call it the Pegasus Therapeutic Riding Program, the Venturing Program, which focuses on developing outdoor skills, and of course, Boy Scouts since a very early age. And he did receive that honor of an Eagle Scout. I want to just mention a little bit about the project that he did. It was improvement to the Sensory Trail program, construction of wood sensory boxes, a kiosk, noodle curtain, and painting of the Turtle Boulder, all for use by the Therapeutic Horseback Riding Program. He spent many, many hours on that program. Excellent, terrific job. He's also been an altar server for 8 years, done religious ed. He's helped clubs like the Lions Club, the Fire Department, the North Salem Community Center, food drives, Relay for Life. He's been involved in fundraisers as well in the community. Some of the things that people said about him were that he's extremely conscientious, he's non-judgmental and respectful, he leads by example, he's a positive role model, always ready and prepared, very positive, works hard to help others in the community, and he's patient with the younger scouts. You have a lot of patience for them, right? I can tell. Okay, and why does he like volunteering? He likes to give back to the community. And that's very consistent with the Boy Scout theme and values, which he's had for many, many years. His role model are his parents, who started him off in Scouts very early on, and he embraced the values that the Boy Scouts have. He also wants to own his own business at some point, maybe run a store. Right now he's thinking about a couple of colleges, Albany and Geneseo. So that's where he's headed in the future. So Matthew, I'm going to let you say a few words, and congratulations again.
I'd like to thank my parents for, like I said, pushing me towards my Eagle Scout and other volunteer services and bringing me to this point. And I'd also like to thank Heidi Morris for being not only a teacher, she's the chairwoman of my Troops Committee, and she's here right now. Who coming to see me and get my award. Thank you so much.
Okay, the next honoree I want to call up is Vincent Rickey. Let me tell you a little bit about Vincent. He's from Putnam Valley. He's in 12th grade at the Putnam Valley High School. And he has been involved with the Sheriff's Cadets. So I think from reading over his bio, it's like anything you ever wanted to know about the Sheriff's Cadets, Vincent would know. He's been involved in every different aspect you can be involved in with that. He's been involved with fundraisers, car washes, trainings, traffic safety, security. He's also been involved with the Putnam Valley Parks and Recreation as counselor in training. He's done some fun fairs for young students. He's been involved in the Lake Peekskill Community Center. And he also assisted in a search for a missing disabled child at one point. So his top organizations were the Cadets and the Putnam Valley Parks and Recreation. Let me tell you a little bit about what people said about him. He always has a positive attitude. He's a role model and leads by example. He's highly motivated and always first to volunteer. He's always smiling. He has a strong work ethic. He's kind and courteous. He takes care when helping new cadet recruits, and he takes personal pride in his work. I asked him about why he liked volunteering, and he said, it brings joy and happiness to others. He enjoys working in the community, and it beats just sitting home. I like that one. His role model is his father, who works for the New York Police Department, and he would like to follow in his footsteps. Right now, he's planning to attend Westchester Community College and study cybersecurity and computer technology, and he would hope that in the future that he could join the Sheriff's Department. I think they have a spot for you. Congratulations.
I would like just to thank the Youth Bureau for allowing me to get this award, and I also like Deputy Piazza for this award and allowing his time to be used to help high school students to learn about the police department and the sheriff's department. I also like to thank my father for being a perfect role model for me, and I would also like to thank my grandmother for coming out of here. For even though she's 99 years old, she can still come out here.
For the last final awards, I'd like to call up our other youth board member, Tom Jacobellis.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Tom Jacobellis. I'll be introducing our next award recipients. Just want to take an opportunity to thank the rest of my youth board members, particularly our president, Rich Reinhardt. Has been president for many years, puts in tons of times at every meeting. Thank you for all you did. The first award recipient that I'm introducing here tonight is Thomas Scanlon, who's a junior at Mahopac High School. Unfortunately, Tom had a family function tonight and could not be present. But I'd still like to take a couple of minutes to tell you a little bit about his accomplishments. He was described by his nominators as having an excellent attitude, an outstanding role model, very thoughtful and positive. He's been a member since 2011 of the Putnam County Youth Corps. He's on track to get his Eagle Scout badge later this year. For his project, he cleaned and restored 2 statues at religious statues at St. John's the Evangelist Church in Mayapack. He built new bases and had them relocated across at their new prayer garden. Another charity that he's involved in that I had never heard of, but it's a tremendous organization, is an organization called My Brother Vinny out of Westchester County, where they collect gently used furniture for veterans who are either homeless and just placed in housing, or veterans who are having some financial difficulty and are in need of furniture and household belongings, and they deliver them to the veterans. His reason he said he likes to volunteer is a different experience for him from school. It opens his eyes to different things, and it teaches him a lot. Told me his role model was his mom and dad, and he's a junior and he plans to go to college next year in the fall. He's undecided where he plans to attend, and he's undecided at this point what he'd like to study, but he's looking forward to going to college. And I'd just like to take an opportunity to congratulate Tommy Scanlon, who could not be here tonight. Is Matthew Scalaro here? Matthew is a resident of Lake Peekskill. He's a senior at Putnam Valley High School. He was described by his nominees as dedicated, always having a positive attitude, always kind, and always smiling. One of the clubs that he's very involved in at Putnam Valley High School is the Make a Difference Club. And they do numerous activities where they raise money for different organizations, such as Relay for Life. I believe last night you had a senior citizens dinner. So he's a busy man. Another organization that he's very dedicated to is the Putnam Valley Ambulance Corps, which he's been in since, I believe, the 10th grade. He does ride-alongs, fundraisers, educates the public, and he's also involved in an organization, Caitlin's Fight, which was a neighbor who lost a child to cancer, and now they raise money to try to find a cure for the disease. When I asked him who his role model is, he said his dad, who worked hard all his life, jumps through hurdles to keep his family going strong. He told me he loves to volunteer because not a whole ton of people do it, and it makes him feel good, and he has fun while doing it. When I asked him where he's going to college, this is where you get some coincidences. He told me he was going to Siena College, and I informed him that's where I graduated from. And to take it even a step further, he said he chose Siena over Harvard and Yale, which was similar to what I did. He plans to study business, and I wish him the best of luck. Congratulations.
Good evening. First off, I'd like to thank the youth board for giving me this award. I'm very humbled and I'm very honored to have this award. Second, I'd like to thank my parents. You guys know I love you, and you've helped me so much through middle school and high school, getting me involved and getting me going. And last but not least, I'd like to thank Mrs. Linda Cefaloni, who is the advisor of the Make a Difference Club. And ever since I joined in 9th grade, she's taken me up, and I've done countless hours under her, with her advising me. and she's taught me to, one of the most important things is to take passion and take pride in what you do, and I believe I've done that.
I'd like to call up our next award recipient, Vic Marie Simply. Vic Marie is a senior at Brewster High School. Some of the words describing her by her nominees is the easiest person to get along with, calm and understanding, loves life in a positive way. She's volunteered with Putnam Hospital, where she was a volunteer escort, helping patients around the hospital, helping patients that are in need of wheelchair assistance. She's also volunteered with the Brewster Habitat for Humanity, and she's a member of the Putnam Youth Corps. Another organization that she volunteers with is at Brewster, where there's a program that Brewster Life Skills Math, where she helps severely disabled children with math facts and problems. When I asked her why she likes to volunteer, she told me she's a people person. She makes her happy to help others and gives her joy, makes her feel good. And she told me that her parents were her mom and dad were your role models, and that they rubbed off on you because they've raised her right, and they've helped her give back to her community and to help people. She plans to go to college next year, most likely Dutchess Community College, to get her associate's degree, and then on to a four-year college. She's open-minded to what she's going to study, but potentially criminal justice or social work. Congratulations.
I would just like to thank my mom and my dad for always supporting me in everything I've done, and I like to thank Barbara Reitz for recognizing me for this award, and I would like to thank my sisters for always supporting me and always loving me and caring for me all the time. Thank you.
I'd like to call up our next award recipient, Sergio Zigma. Sergio Zigma is a junior at Carmel High School. Some of the description of you as a person by your nominees were quite complimentary. A level of commitment which exceeds outstanding, courteous and professional, and always taking on a leadership role. One of his main volunteer projects, and I wish I knew him before tonight when I thought it was a good idea to buy my father an iPhone and my mother an iPad for Christmas. He's developed at the Kent Public Library a public technology assistance program where adults in the community specifically that need help with technology, this is your guy, all right? You go see him at Kent Public Library and he'll teach you how to use all the different devices out there. He's also volunteers with the 4-H Meteor Technology Production. He's on track to get a Diploma of Excellence. He's on the robotics team. He did a Volunteer Kids Day and a White Plain Expo with the robotics team. And he's very advanced in the field of technology. He told me that part of the reason he volunteers is an opportunity to give back to the community which he loves. He finds it challenging, and it helps him develop his own skills. When I asked him who his role model was, he told me Joanne Riccoboni, because she does so much for the community. His future plans are to go to college. He plans to get an advanced degree and study computer science. A couple of schools in mind, he's only a junior, but some of the schools that he may be considering next year would be NYU, Columbia, UC Berkeley. So those are some really impressive schools, and I wish you the best of luck. Congratulations.
Good evening. I'd just like to say that I'm truly honored to be receiving this award tonight. I'd like to thank everyone who's helped me gotten as far as I have today. I'd like to thank, most importantly, my mentors, including Carol Dominic, who made it here tonight from the Canton Public Library, as well as Mr. Saldico from my high school, as well as Joanne Riccoboni for everything that she's helped me with for volunteering. Lastly, I'd also like to thank my parents who were able to come tonight for their support and for driving me back and forth. And by the way, I'm going to be needing a ride home tonight. Thank you.
I'd now like to introduce Rob Gallagher, who's going to introduce our adult award recipients here tonight.
Good evening. Congratulations to all the winners tonight. It's a real honor to be called here today and to present the adult winners of the Youth Awards. I'd like to especially congratulate the Brewster kids who I've had such a great experience and have had in class or on clubs with Vic, Marie, Teresa, and Jake. It's really been a pleasure. Brewster's a great place to be an educator and a great place to do a lot of volunteer work. And with our volunteer work, with veterans especially, something I was inspired by Roger Gross, who's a county legislator. He was my freshman teacher, fresh out of Vietnam, when I went to Brewster High School. And it kind of just stuck with me my whole life that I got involved with the VFW. I'm not a veteran myself, but I serve where I can and when I can. And when I got this great opportunity to meet this young man, Jacob Hay, and see his passion for the similar things that I enjoyed, we kind of started a club with a lot of other students, and I got to meet his grandparents. And they are incredible people. They're the kind of people that, you know, if you say you can't do it, they say, well, let's look at this and try to figure it out. And they find a way to get it done. And they instilled that in Jake and in their own children. And so we've been doing countless things across the county. If you've seen any kind of welcome home or any kind of tribute or flag line, probably we were all standing in that line. We were being led by Cliff Fitzgerald, who's our fearless leader, and his wife. We know that she's the one with all the organization and power to organize the So I'm going to call up Cliff and Judy Fitzgerald. As So I work with a group of fantastic people at Brewster High School, and one of my peers, Terry Schumacher, who actually nominated Cliff and Judy, couldn't be here tonight because she's being honored herself by the Brewster Education Foundation. So she's at another dinner, and she said, well, since we're faculty members and we do everything together, you're giving the speech. And I'm like, great, thanks, Terry. So she put together a couple things here I want to share with you. That she worked hard on the application, and we both felt that we don't know anybody more worthy than you two. You really inspire us all the time. You're right there. You have that go-get-'em attitude. And it really doesn't matter if you live in the White House or if you live in a trailer park. It doesn't matter to us. It doesn't matter to Cliff and Judy. They're beautiful people that'll help anybody, anytime, anywhere. All they need, is somebody that needs something, and they'll do whatever they can to get it done. And thank you for that. I mean, it inspires a whole generation, older and younger. I mean, it's really incredible what you do. Some of the things they've been involved with. Hudson Valley Honor Flights. They're riding down, honoring, bringing people back and forth all the time, whether they're being deployed or coming home or not making it on their own. The New York Riders Club was formed, kind of an offshoot from the Minuteman Riders, which is something we joined together. Hogs for Hope, a lot of motorcycle things. We find a good excuse to get out there all the time and ride. There's a group of guys here that just support everything we do. Thank you for Americans, and thank you. Peace Across America, Putnam County and Southeast for our heroes, right here at home again. Escort for 9/11, done that several times. Flag lines, anytime, anywhere. If anyone here needs one, get in touch with us, get in touch with Cliff, and we'll do our best to get somebody there to get a group of guys to honor any one of our veterans anytime, anywhere. Overnight fire watch up in Putnam Park there. Bringing the wall to Putnam County and watching that with great Art Hanley and Paul Rohde, the gentlemen over at that table there, who always inspire us and help us do the right thing. We've done several motorcycle processions and walkathons, and again, wherever we can help, whenever we can help. Cliff and Judy put it together. They get us going, and it happens. Art Hanley wrote, "The Fitzgeralds are not so much participators as they are leaders. Judy and Cliff exude positive energy to all. Their commitment to the well-being of Putnam County and its citizens are second to none." Thank you, Art. Patrick Brady, former high school buddy and veteran. Judy and Cliff are always available to any veteran, anytime, who lives at the Carmel Veterans Residence. They are so busy working their full-time jobs, yet they always find time for us. Their dedication and commitment to making our lives more comfortable and making us feel appreciated is overwhelming. They always think of things for us to do and initiate the call for us. Judy and Cliff make me feel loved and like part of their family. They definitely have that effect on everybody. So thank you. They work a lot at that Veterans Center that was put up, and they go there constantly, just bringing meals, bringing cheer, bringing conversation. I called them up about a friend of ours from Richfield that was down on his luck, and next thing you know, there's 20 guys visiting with a little bit of cash and some food, and trying to help pick him up, get him on his feet. And they've done that countless times. It's really pretty incredible. With the greatest respect, love, and admiration, I've got to introduce two extraordinary people. So Cliff and Judy, thank you for everything.
I just want to say my wife and I are very proud to be here tonight. We thank everybody that was involved for us being here. Also, we couldn't do it without the New York Writer Group that's here tonight. There's quite a few of them. I would like them just to stand up a minute so you can see the great people we are. Thank you very much. If it wasn't for them, we couldn't do everything we do. They're our backs, bones in our group. Thank you.
I want to say thanks to Chris Wilkins as well. He's a former student at the Brewster Kid, and man, we're proud of you. Thanks for everything.
I'd like to call up Mrs. Lauren Santa Barbara to introduce our next adult award winner.
Good evening. I would like to welcome county officials, school members, and a special congratulations to all of our youth award winners. Your dedication and hard work is a tribute to you, your families, and all of the young adults who look up to you as leaders in our community. On behalf of Carmel High School, it is my privilege to share a few words about Miss Susan Stone. Miss Stone, can you stand up for a minute? She is a mother, a teacher, president of the Parent Association for Carmel High School, a member of the HCCA, a friend of the Carmel Fire Department, and most recently defined as the heart of our community. To stand here before you tonight and list all of the countless hours that Sue has dedicated to the children of Putnam would be impossible. Sue, this community speaks so highly of you. In fact, they also shared with me that you never want to be recognized for these things. So I'm sure even an event like tonight is a challenge, but an extremely worthy honor. I had the opportunity earlier this week to speak with your son, Chris Stone. And when asking him about you, the first thing that came to his mind was that you are one of the most selfless people he's ever known. He shared with me your typical day and how it begins teaching at the nursery school each morning. And when you are home, you devote your time to your kids. When you are not home, you are volunteering. And then you go to bed, and you do it all over again the next day. In my short time here at Carmel, as one of the assistant principals of the high school, I learned very quickly how accurate his depiction of your day was, and how many young lives and community members you've influenced. As our principal, Luriolo, commonly says, Sue and her ladies, specifically he's regarding Janet Bernard, Denise Sadowski, and Cindy Jones, who created their latest masterpiece of transforming the halls of Carmel High School into a majestic cruise ship for the junior class. After the prom, almost 100% of our juniors come back to the high school and spend time with their friends in a place which is safe, fun, and created within a familial setting. Sue creates a world filled with cartoon artists, bouncy castles, live bands, food, karaoke, and so much more. In fact, other high schools in the area have reached out and have inquired about how we create this night because they would like to bring it into their schools and their community. This transformed wonderland is a place where kids can be kids without the worry of peer pressures and dangers which are so common in typical prom nights. Former Principal Kevin Carroll stated, "Prom is one of the most dangerous nights for high school students, and Sue has created a safe haven for our children." Sue Stone is attributed to saving a life every year. Our appreciation and gratitude for all of the hard work, dedication, and commitment that you put forth in our high school is unprecedented. As president, Sue and the association has awarded over 100 of our students with $20,000 in total for college tuition. They have dedicated athletic plaques, scholarships, as well as books and resources for our students. Within the high school administration, I can tell you that Sue works hand in hand with us, helping resolve parent concerns, as well as serving as an advocate for the students of Carmel. She is also at every football game and parents' night selling CHS clothing to raise money for the Parents Association in support of our children. In addition to the time she dedicates to the high school, Sue plays a major role in the Hamlet of Carmel Civic Association. The HCCA, chaired by Mr. Bill Schilling and Mr. Wayne Ryder, is credited for creating Holiday on the Lake, as well as the holiday party at Putnam County National Bank for underprivileged children. Sue is extremely organized and spends countless hours helping advertise, prepare, and decorate the Christmas trees along the lakeside. She is known as the go-to person in the committee and spends September through January planning this event. As part of the annual tree lighting and parade day in early December, Sue completely organizes the Chowder Festival, which brings people into Carmel for Santa's hayride, caroling, and concerts. She coordinates these events, assisting in all the intricate details and logistics that make it a success. This event is the prelude to the parade and the tree lighting, which brings about 5,000 people to Carmel every year. But the primary benefit of the day is that it gives our Carmel residents a proud memory of the community, which lasts the entire year. Similar to that beating heart, Sue extends herself to local churches and schools to run Toys for Tots so that children can have a Christmas. Mr. Wayne Ryder describes the holiday party as a truly magical night. Along with her 3 children, Colleen, Tracy, and Chris, Sue dedicates countless hours to setting up this event and gathering and wrapping the presents for the children. As the children enter the bank, they are greeted by Santa, along with the presents that are set in the banker's window, and are surrounded by friends and family for their very own Christmas. Mr. Ryder describes Sue as one of the most dedicated and selfless people he's ever met. Sue always has an extremely positive attitude regardless of the circumstance, and that she is an absolute delight to work with. He dedicates countless Christmases that would not have happened for the children of Putnam County to you. Because of you, children know what the meaning of Christmas is and how much this community cares about them. As the list continues, Sue also volunteers her time at the Carmel Firehouse. In 2011, Sue was awarded the title of Friend of Carmel Fire Department. Sue is constantly running fundraisers to support the comedy night, as well as open house that the fire department participates in. Hundreds of children come to the firehouse and meet the volunteers and firemen who protect our community. The children get a chance to see the fire trucks, meet their local heroes, and share experiences within their community. Sue recently helped coordinate the 100th anniversary of the Carmel Fire Department by planning a parade where hundreds of people march and honor the men and women who put their lives on the line for us every day. In closing, if you think of a heart, it lives in the center of us. It reaches and connects to everything that makes us whole. It pumps life, love, and meaning into who we are as people, and even more a community. Over the past 10 years, Sue Stone has been the beating heart of Carmel High School. Because when you give of yourself, when you give of your heart, one never expects anything in return, and that is the epitome of Sue Stone. You are not only the heart of our high school, but our community. Thank you for all that you do. We are truly grateful.
I can't say how honored and touched I am to be here tonight, but volunteering isn't just one person. Everything we do takes a major amount of people. Post-prom wouldn't happen without Denise and Janet and Rita and Donna, all the people keep coming back every year. Everything we volunteer for, it takes hundreds and hundreds of people, so congratulations to all them too, and boy, was this a tough room to follow. Congratulations to all the winners. Thank you.
Now I'd like to call up Doreen Lockwood, one of our youth board members, to do the thing. Thank you, Janine. That's really a tough act to follow. All I can say is, wow, you're all so inspiring and humbling to listen to you. I've been tasked also with giving you a public service announcement tonight. I'm a youth board member, but I'm also a member of the Putnam County Communities That Care Coalition, which is our alcohol and substance abuse and problem gambling prevention in our county. I think everyone in this room knows that we have a prescription drug and heroin problem in our community. But through our community partnerships, many of them in this room, we are doing a lot in our community to help fight that issue. And this Saturday, we have a medication take-back day at Putnam Hospital from 10 to 12. And for those of you who may not be familiar with what that is, you can bring unused medication to be disposed of properly. Because what we know is that young people and adults who abuse prescription drugs get them out of our medicine cabinets. So we really ask you to please lock up medicine and properly dispose of it. Also in our county, our Sheriff's Department, our Kent PD, and our Carmel PD have 24-hour medication drop boxes where you can just bring your medication anytime, no questions asked. It's like a mailbox. And also I'd like to thank the Phillips Town Board. Nancy Montgomery is here tonight. They also have a drop box in their town hall. That's new. As does Putnam Valley Town Hall. And also I was just advised this evening that in the Kern building, which is where our Department of Health is, there is a new medication drop box. So we ask you to please really take seriously and help us with this initiative. And with that, I will also go on to thank some people who, without them, this evening would not be possible. Special thanks to the Brewster Flower Shop, who always gives us our corsages for our nominees. To the Putnam County IT Department, Brian Austin, who films every year for us. To our Putnam County Cadets, thank you guys very much. And also the Lake Rotary and the Fee and Insurance Group for their support. And we cannot forget to thank the Putnam County Golf Club for providing us with our meal this evening. Also on your table and out in the front, you will find a brochure for the Putnam Community Services Network. That's another group of people in our county who does awards for adults and youth in our county. So please take the opportunity to nominate a youth or an adult who is contributing to making our county a better place. To our adult nominees, you are
wonderful role models for our young people. I thank you. Your contributions are so important. To our families and friends, your support is amazing. If it weren't for you all, our young people would not be here. So we thank you. And to all of our young people, please go out and be the change you want to see in the world, because we know we live in a very changing world. And as I sit here every year and listen to the things that you do, I am amazed and I feel so hopeful. So I'd like to thank everyone for being here, and before you go, we ask all of our nominees to please stay to have a photo opportunity with us. Thank you very much.